Imagine a world without Iron Man. No Tony Stark, no suit of armor, no "I am Iron Man" moment that sent chills down our spines. Seems impossible, right? But there was a time when Iron Man didn't exist. Today, we're diving deep into the origin of the hero who wasn't just born in a blast of metal and fire, but was forged in the creative minds of comic book legends. Let's unravel the inception of Iron Man, where it all began. 1963, amidst the Cold War tension and the race for technological supremacy, a new hero was born in the pages of Tales of Suspense. 39. The year marked the first appearance of Iron Man, a character who would go on to become one of the most iconic superheroes in history. But back then, he was just an experiment, a gamble by Marvel Comics to see if a hero could thrive, even if he wasn't entirely likable. The man behind this ironclad genius? None other than the legendary Stan Lee. But he didn't do it alone. Jack Kirby, Don Heck, and Larry Lieber all played crucial roles in bringing Tony Stark to life. Stan Lee's vision was to create a hero who embodied the technological advancements of the time. A billionaire playboy who was also a brilliant inventor. But more than that, Lee wanted to challenge the readers, to make them love a character who was flawed, arrogant, and far from perfect. Iron Man's debut in the comic book world was a hit, but not in the way you might think. He wasn't an instant sensation. The initial response was mixed. Some readers were fascinated by this new kind of hero, while others weren't sure what to make of Tony Stark's complicated persona. But what caught on was the idea that a hero didn't need to have superpowers to be extraordinary. Iron Man was a man who used his mind and his resources to make a difference, and that resonated with readers. The transition from comic book pages to the big screen wasn't immediate. It took decades for Iron Man to make his way into mainstream pop culture, first through animated series in the 1960s and 70s. But it wasn't until 2008 that Iron Man truly came to life in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, with Robert Downey Jr. donning the suit and redefining the character for a new generation. The movie wasn't just a film, it was a phenomenon. It set the tone for what the MCU would become. A universe where characters were deeply flawed, incredibly human, and endlessly captivating. But how did Iron Man go from a comic book hero to a cinematic legend? The journey was fueled by Marvel's desire to bring their lesser-known characters into the spotlight. At the time, Iron Man wasn't as popular as Spider-Man or the X-Men. Yet, Marvel saw potential in his story. A man who builds a suit of armor to save his own life and then uses that same suit to save the world. An interesting piece of trivia. Iron Man's creation was heavily influenced by the political climate of the time. Tony Stark was designed to be a symbol of American ingenuity and capitalism, a direct response to the fears and tensions of the Cold War. Yet, over time, his character evolved to reflect deeper themes of redemption, sacrifice, and the cost of being a hero. And who were the other heroes in the market back then? The early 1960s were a golden age for comics. Marvel was riding high on the success of characters like Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four, and the Hulk. But Iron Man brought something new to the table, a blend of science fiction and human drama that made him stand out in a crowded field of superheroes. Marvel, as a company, was in a transformative phase during the 1960s. They were shifting from being just another comic book publisher to becoming the powerhouse of creativity that would eventually give birth to the MCU. Iron Man's creation was a testament to Marvel's willingness to take risks and push the boundaries of what a superhero could be. So, what started as an experiment in the pages of a comic book became a cultural icon, redefining what it means to be a hero. Iron Man's inception was more than just the birth of a character. It was the beginning of a legacy that continues to inspire, entertain, and remind us that sometimes it's not the powers that make the hero, but the person inside the suit. And for Tony Stark, that suit wasn't just armor, it was his redemption.